Welcome to the Midnight Mixer.
Put it for the sake of him being light-skinned. I'm trying to look.
I'm the Green Lantern. I'ma save you. He always try to.
You ever heard of us?
Whatever juju you put on me, brother.
The house gonna start shaking. Dang.
Okay.
Welcome to the
It's
Midnight
time to
Mixer.
play the game.
Why you cut me off from my good intro?
Sorry.
Why you cut me off from my
I had to
good
get
intro?
you off guard, bro. I had to get you off guard.
It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. Ha ha. Yo, I don't think he realizes how much of a legend he is.
Yo, that dude is hilarious.
He's
yo.
so freaking funny. Welcome to the Midnight Mixer, episode 12.
Yeah. We rolling.
We rolling. We're on the road to 10K on YouTube.
10K.
We are almost there. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed, who has engaged, who has supported our content thus far.
Even the haters.
Even the haters, because y'all, I mean, you hate us, but you love the topics. I mean, I'm just saying.
You wouldn't have been commenting. You wouldn't have been commenting.
So we're going to go ahead and, what did we make? What's on the drink tray for today?
Our strawberry tequila lemon drop. They're actually really good. Sip to that. They work as really good shooters. I'm not gonna say none of that. Go check out the video.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we already talked about all that in the last video of what's mixing in the kitchen. We got some exciting stuff coming up for you guys. Tentative merch drop. Maybe some gaming content coming up.
So we working.
It's just something we working on. It's just something we working on.
It's just we're excited if you guys could.
Yeah, we're excited. It's gonna be 2025 is gonna be crazy. Let's just say that. But to dive into today's episode, man. I mean, the controversy. We have a Green Lantern. We have a John Stewart. We have a freaking Green Lantern, y'all.
And what's the problem?
Now, the problem is I'm 50-50 on it, right? But the problem, I will say, the DCU, the new DC Cinematic Universe, is in collaboration with Max, and they have announced their new Green Lantern cast.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like a cop thriller.
That is set in rural farmland America.
And dealing with some supernatural, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I believe so.
Some type of alien.
Yeah.
Supernaturalness.
And they have cast Pierre as John Stewart.
What was that show he was in? Netflix.
He was in something on Netflix. It was like a newish movie.
Because that show is pretty much what popped. What honestly, in my opinion,
people were saying there was a couple other things he was in as well.
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with the actor, but based off that movie, what was that movie?
It wasn't a movie. It was a series. It was a show.
Was it a show?
It was a show.
My mom kept saying it was a movie, but she don't. Whatever it was called.
Yeah.
He was in something on Netflix, and it was pretty good. Based off of what I watched. We didn't watch the whole thing though.
Watched the first couple episodes.
Yeah. No, we did not go that far.
We watched the first couple episodes.
I thought we watched the first 20 minutes. I feel like we did not watch that much. We
went through the whole episode. You might have not been watching that.
Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't me. We were babysitting. Yeah. I'll probably stop paying attention. But from what I watched, I remember looking and being like, who is this dude? Where did he come from? And I immediately thought he was already a good actor.
Yeah.
Just off rip. He has, and we're both actors. I don't know if y'all know this, but we both went to school for theater. It doesn't make us experts in any way, but I do love to see good acting on screen. I do, because there's a lot of bad actors out there right now. And he
does
surprised
really
me
good
as a new face.
He does really well with subtlety.
He
I
does.
like that. Like he doesn't really
Like Daniel Kaluuya
overact.
does that really well.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Oh, I could talk about him all day.
But he gets but what okay, we about to
we about to go on a whole tangent. So Aaron Pierre is Jon Stewart. The problem that the people got with this is that Aaron Pierre is, I believe he's mixed.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he is, but but just by looking at him, he is
Lighter,
a light-skinned black man. They don't like that.
Okay, and so I don't want to say I get the outrage, because I am also one of those fans where I'm like, we finally got a black Green Lantern. Like, can we not mess this up? And I know that is a terrible mindset to have, but like, if I'm just basing it off of the non-descriptors, based off of him solely in what I've seen, the acting, the roles that he's already played, he fits that Jon Stewart role to the T. And then putting the physical attributes, we did the side-by-side comparison. He does like Jon Stewart. Same build.
He does.
Same stature. He's mixed, so he has green eyes, literally. He's just not dark skinned, and I know that is, especially to my DC animated fans. I'm a DC animated fan too, but I know seeing that Jon Stewart was a brother.
He was a brother.
That was
he
a
looked
brother.
like you.
He looked all right.
Okay, he didn't look like me. He looked like you. But I know you were saying we finally have a Jon Stewart, so like why?
Got it. So it's like, dang. Like I just feel like, I know representation is already hard as it is, right? It's already hard. Like, look how long it took until how long it took for us to have Black Panther,
right?
Like representation for Black people, it's not that well. We're not well represented.
Yeah.
And so just having a Black superhero on the screen is rare. But then also, I get it, having a dark-skinned superhero is also rare too. And I know the history behind it too is I think really what's making people outraged.
Well, I was going to touch on that a little bit. That like Jon Stewart was made to be dark-skinned. The creator was told to lighten his skin color at the time and I believe the creator's name, Neil Adams, created Jon Stewart and was told by DC or critics or whatever to lighten his skin color. And he intentionally went against the grain to keep Jon Stewart darker skinned because it mattered to him. It mattered that we had a character in the DC universe that looked like or represented darker skinned Black people. Because it's not like Black heroes didn't exist at that time, or Black characters didn't exist at that time, but he was notably darker than those Black characters. And colorism, like we had a little bit of this conversation before where I was like, where I was kind of talking about how colorism is still like a huge problem just in the world, but especially in Hollywood and in casting. So when hearing the outrage, it's like, I get it. We're losing. People are kind of looking at it like, well, DC told Neil Adams to lighten his skin color back then. So is this now DC's turn?
Once you start once you start putting that history into it, and that's what I mean when I say like a representation has always been effed up. Like it's always been, on the background. So it's like for that to be such a strong thing tied to the character, it's hard, and I hate that it has to be a thing anyway. Yeah. Because then we would be able to. It's like we're free and shackled at the same time. You know what I mean? Because of all the things that like I said, the lack of representation. It's like now we're shackled because now it's like representation means so much that now when history is tied to it, you kind of gotta stick to it.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? You gotta stick to it. So it's like I said, like we free and shackled at the same time. It's like. Because if it never was such a big thing, we wouldn't care. Yeah, you know what I mean. We wouldn't care. He like I said, like objectively, he's a great actor and he's really great.
He's a great actor. The brother is a light-skinned Jon Stewart, and he looks just like this man. Crazy. It is crazy. He looks just like how Jon Stewart would look in real life, just a little bit too light.
And not even that, and he acts like it too. That stoicism, that by the code, that by the honor. Even like I said, just watching that one episode where he's like, I mean, take it down, cops. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
But he's never going overboard. He's always very, like, and I said, and even within his acting, it's very minimal. Basing it off of the DC animated where we got that Black John Stewart, he was very like, by the book, kind of, cold, calculated though, like, and he fits it, but
that's why I'm so 50-50 on it, because I'm like, if they had cast somebody that looked nothing like him and he was just light skinned, I would have been like, man, this is lazy casting.
Oh man, what's the dude that's always casted, bro?
Who? Michael B. Jordan?
No, not Michael B. Jordan. Light skinned dude with the green eyes, bro. Light skinned dude with the green eyes. He always in like all the Tyler Perry movies.
Michael Ealy?
If it was Michael Ealy,
man,
then I would be like,
I would have been like, what is this?
No offense, no.
But it don't even make sense.
But it don't make sense.
It don't even make sense as
this
casting.
Curly haired brother, come on.
Just doing it for the sake of him being light skinned.
I'm the Green Lantern.
I'm trying to look.
I'm the Green Lantern. I'm gonna save you.
Oh.
You notice I'm gonna save you. Take the glass. Like, why are you always rising us up? Why you always try to?
You ever heard of us? They said stop talking about Michael Ealy like that.
OG, my fault, OG. Look. I take it back, bro. Even Kai looking at me like, bro, you done effed up.
Oh!
Look, whatever juju you put on me, brother.
The house gonna start shaking. Dang.
Dang.
Why did that has never fallen before?
Not on camera, no. Not on, because NAO always be slipping, bro. I ain't gonna cat.
I retaped her. Well, let's just keep it going. Who cares? We not perfect. Y'all know this. Heck, I forgot my joke. That threw me clean off. That threw me clean off.
But like you said, if it was
for the sake of him being light skinned, then of course. But that's why I'm so 50-50.
It's like you don't know. Like, I don't think I would want to hope that they didn't just pick him to lighten up the character or do anything like that. Because like I said, lack of representation, if it's all that, we're moving backwards at that point. And I am based, like, just based off his acting, if that's what it was, I'll be honest, I kind of support it. As a brother myself, I support it. If y'all don't go with him, or if they don't go with him, I kind of also, like you said, I'm 50-50. I get why, but I also don't want outrage to influence a decision that doesn't need to be made, because he's genuinely good for the role. Just
it's true.
Based off of like what I've seen,
true.
And now we got, and I know it don't matter, but now we got like, because I've seen the YouTube videos, white dudes, they don't understand the outrage. They're just like, well,
people just on Twitter, they're being so woke. Like, there's a reason.
There's a reason.
There's a reason
and
why
knowing
people are
that there
upset.
is a history behind it. Once again, I get it. But if they go with him, I'll be honest, I wouldn't really be that outraged.
He's been cast. He is Jon Stewart. Yeah, so I doubt they change it.
I'm also one of them people where it's like, they made a decision. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't like to.
We waited so long for Green Lantern to come back anyway.
You know what I mean? I don't want to shoot. I don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot and
not saying black people, we just need to accept crumbs. No. And we just need to be like, well, they gave it to us. So.
They gave it to us. No,
but I will say, like, I think, I don't know. It's going to sound so bad, especially because I'm light skinned. Not pick our battles, but I do believe, probably fit the role the most than maybe anybody else who auditioned.
Who else would you cast? Like, be honest, y'all. I'm looking at every camera.
Can't even see you.
Can't even see me, but I'm looking at you. I can't see me, but like, dag, like, who else would we? Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I'm tired. And also, that's another thing. I'm tired of seeing the same actors.
I'm tired of seeing the same act. Who else? Oh man, I can't get his name. The joke isn't even funny anymore. Oh, make it good, dude.
Oh God, Jonathan Majors.
Who else would we get? Nah, I couldn't see Jonathan Majors.
I couldn't see Jonathan Majors as it either.
Nah, like I said, not off of what we have. Maybe I'm not. Thinking,
He literally looks like Jon Stewart, y'all. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. I don't know.
He's good. And then he already got the green eyes.
He already got naturally green eyes too,
what?
which is even wilder. I don't know. I mean, I get it. We'll just see how it goes. Hopefully.
And the concept for the show seems so good. Like, I love the cop thriller.
Yeah.
I love the
I think it's gonna be chill. I think it's gonna be cool, and
I like the smaller. Excuse me. I'm also a fan of just smaller scale superhero stuff. It doesn't always have to be world ending.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be universal, multiversal. I like the small stuff.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm excited to see where it goes. I am. In other DC news, because I think we got everything off our chest about the Green Lantern. In other DC news, Creature Commandos is premiering December 5th, 2024.
To be honest, I don't know what that is.
So I didn't know what it was either. I did a little research, but Creature Commandos is apparently the structure, not the structure, but pretty much like what laid the foundation for the Suicide Squad. But they're like a bunch of creatures like goblins, Frankenstein's monsters, gorgons, vampires and stuff. Then they kind of create like a team and they fight together.
I mean, that would be cool for like the Halloween.
That'd be fire. But it's dropping December 5th, 2024. And I believe this is the start of the DCU. This is the start of the new DCU with their collaborations with Max, I believe. I believe this is the start.
Which is very interesting. So does that tie into like the Superman, the James Gunn stuff that they're doing now? You know, because they got this new Superman
That's going to come out.
Is that?
Yeah, that is also part of the DCU.
So that's okay.
And I think that comes out next July or something.
Okay.
So yeah, that is also tied to the DCU. So the DCEU, which is the extended universe, is kind of like out of the picture.
I wonder maybe if is it a series or is it a movie?
It's a series. It's an animated series. Oh, the Creature Commandos?
Yeah.
It's an animated adult series. So it's like a Rick and Morty kind of vibe.
DC always eats with the animated. I'm not gonna lie.
The Harley Quinn one was really good.
Oh yeah.
The Harley Quinn one was really good.
Harley Quinn was good. Like they eat with. I'm not gonna lie to you. Almost every DC animated movie, animated series, I like it. They got the animated animation game on lock.
They do
for sure.
They do. I agree.
I'm be honest. I think they should just stick with their tools, with what they got. Y'all got the series.
They're clearly trying to compete with the MCU.
I think they should just let that fight go.
Marvel got the game in a chokehold.
But it's like they're losing. They're losing the grip, though.
They are losing the grip.
And I think
they
that's
are
maybe
losing the
why
grip.
DC
is like, let's kind of scoop this up.
Go hard.
Yeah. I can see it.
They lost that first battle.
Now the new Deadpool Wolverine was fire.
I liked it. So many people are saying that they didn't like it.
Who said they didn't like it?
Oh, I've been seeing some. I don't know if they're just being like, but I've definitely when I've been watching the Joker outrage, Joker 2.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
the outrage is kind of crazy.
And so I've been seeing some comments. Somebody was like, "Well, I liked it better than Deadpool versus Wolverine." I think some people are just saying it to be edgy because I liked the Deadpool versus.
That was
Wolverine.
I'm gonna make a name for myself here, boy.
Woo, boy.
Woo, boy! I'm gonna make a name for myself here, boy.
Yeah, so I think
Channing Tatum was so stupid.
Yo, that dude was honestly one of the best parts of the movie.
100%, absolutely.
Woo, boy, I'm gonna make a name for myself here, boy.
That was so funny. Let's see. I think. Oh, Peacemaker season 2. John Cena.
I'll be honest, I didn't watch the first one.
You didn't watch the first season of Peacemaker?
That's the only thing I did.
I just like to sound shocked sometimes. I do remember Peacemaker from Suicide Squad though.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
Just funny now.
He said he's looking for peace in his heart and he is willing to kill women and children to get it. What does that even mean?
Exactly what it sounds like.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly what it sounds like.
So people have concerns with Peacemaker season 2 because it's kind of coming out of the old DC universe and into the new one, but they don't know how they're going to bridge the gap. It's a lot of confusion surrounding that.
Well, speaking of coming off of talking about Deadpool versus Wolverine, I mean, I could definitely see it happening the same way. I mean, I know Deadpool is a little bit easier because it's fourth wall breaking, but I feel like when it's a unserious character as Peacemaker,
He's so unserious.
he's like unserious, not no shade, but I think you could literally fit him into anything, or also just let him be. Not everything has to be connected.
I agree.
Just let it be. It's
I agree.
doing good. Let that just be.
I think it's a cool little like thing that Marvel does where everyone's universes and timelines are like the same.
But also remember, even when Marvel did it, they didn't really stick the landing too much because they also had, alongside of the movies, the Netflix adaptations that were going on with like Luke Cage, all of those street level, which they tried to like tie it in. They'll always be like, oh, the alien invasion or the big green guy, but they could never really fully tie it in. So it's like, I mean, like I said, some stuff could just be left alone.
Yeah, I did think with the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, because I went to the season premiere of Loki here in Atlanta, and we watched the first 2 episodes of the new season that I think it's on Disney Plus.
That's what I do got it. The first season was good.
Yeah, and you know, it was that whole TVA timeline thing.
Yeah, I tapped out of that Disney stuff.
Yeah.
I tapped out of the Marvel Disney stuff.
But then they included that in the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie where he was at the TVA, and it was like your timeline is, and I'm like, bro, this was in Loki. I just think it's interesting how Marvel does that. Even if you don't even necessarily watch that show or watch this movie or watch that, somehow this plot point is going to be included in whatever you watch. So when you go back and watch the other thing, it's like, there's a connection here. I think that's cool how Marvel does that.
I do like that they stick with it.
Yeah.
One thing they gonna do is stick with it. They're gonna try to make it work.
Definitely gonna stick with it.
They're gonna force them blocks together. But I do think the TVA was their infinity gauntlet. That was their thing that was gonna connect it, and so it was smart.
Yeah, because I think they kind of did write themselves into a wall when it came to like Thanos like snapping everybody out of existence. It was kind of like, okay, no, what now? No, so I think it is cool how they're doing like the multiple universes and things like that. That's pretty dope. But now I can see that this is DC's. They're trying to compete with that. And I'm not going to write DC out of the picture. I'm just curious to see.
They've always been in the, like, let's be honest. They've always been in the picture. They had, because people do like to forget, before the movies, before everything, they had the comic book game on lock.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a lot of people liked Marvel, but DC pretty much had the comic book game on lock. They had like I said, they had the animated series game on lock. From Batman animated series, Superman, Justice League Unlimited, Batman, like they had that. The only thing I think Marvel had at the time, animated wise, was Spider-Man. And then later on, once the movies started popping off, then they started going hard with the Disney stuff, where they could have like the animated like Avengers, and they was with that. But like I said, before that though, they was there. So they always got something cooking up. So I love DC. I just love their characters. I love everything they work with. So I always hope that they get it together. I'm really excited for the Superman. I'm excited. I might check out the Creature. What was it?
Creature Commandos.
That sounds interesting.
I mean, DC's never been my favorite. Marvel had been my favorite. Yes, Marvel was. I've always been a Marvel girl.
DC's like my because you know Batman. I know you be like
It's just he's so like low and brooding, and it's like, oh, we get it, we get it.
But you like low and brooding anime characters.
It's different. It's different.
It's how I would love to. Okay,
because they be fine.
Batman kind of cool.
Who?
Batman kind of
Which
cool.
Batman are we talking about?
I mean, Batman kind of cool. Not the live actions. You got to look at the animated Batman.
No,
he's just Bruce Wayne. He be getting.
Bruce Wayne does nothing for me. Nothing. He can't batarang up in this.
Batarang up in this.
I have no interest in Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, billionaire, you know.
Cool. We live in Atlanta. I could find another one down the street.
He was pulling.
I'd take Catwoman over Bruce Wayne. Wow.
Now Catwoman, good God Almighty.
Good God.
Every rendition of
and he doesn't deserve her. She's too bad. Like, Bruce.
Robert Pattinson Batman was kind of cool. He was kind of cool. Come on now. He was kind of cool. He had the little eyeliner on. He had the Twilight.
He was too, like, emo kid. He was too, like, oh, I hate my life. Let me beat up some jerks in the alleyway. Like, okay. And that movie was too long. You have to agree, that movie went on longer than it should have.
There are so many long movies. I'm not gonna lie, I was invested the whole time.
What does that have to do with my point? That movie was longer than it needed to be.
I don't think so.
We had like a 5-minute sequence of them just driving on a winding road. Did that have to be in the movie?
Yeah, okay. I do think they did take a lot of artistic.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, I can agree if it was.
Yeah,
it was long. It was long. I could take off the.
It was like long with no purpose.
I could take off the blinders. It was long, but I do like that. I love the slow burn though. I do love the slow burn. I love the mystery. That's just me, bro. I like slow burns. I like them. It was nice.
I get it. I guess.
I hope that the second one is a little bit more foul though.
Yeah,
that
please.
Nightclub
Instead of just being
scene.
like, God, I gotta go beat up some guys today. Maybe I'll go see Selena. She's gonna reject me. What do I do? Boo, this is boring. And then when he was beating people up, it was like Batman low-key kind of scary.
That's the point.
But I feel like Robert Pattinson's Batman was like, oh my God.
That was the point. He went from I am vengeance to I am Batman. He was like, that was the whole point of the movie. Near the end, he was like, oh, I can be a symbol of hope.
No, I mean, yes, I understand. I'm just saying.
Duh.
It was catching me off guard a little bit.
Honestly, no. Have you ever seen, what's his name, Batman?
Who?
The one before him? The big dude. Man, in the Justice League one, bro. I always forget names, bro. He was killing people. He
Batman gives me
dude in the back of the head so hard that his face hit the floor and got stuck in the wooden plank. He was I gotta remember his name.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, bro. That Batman.
Now that's a Batman I would watch.
So now he's like, so once he's too scary and now he's like not scary enough, like
no, it's not. It was just Robert Pattinson's, and I think to me, just Batman in general, he's just so like, oh, I hate my life. I'm a billionaire, but nobody loves me. Like, oh, boo, cry me a river. But that Batman killing people, I can get with that.
People like you make me sick. Oh God, Batman.
People
not
like
killing
me. What are you trying to say,
bro? I hate
because I'm black.
Batman killing people. I'm black. That does not work. And you're light skinned. We just got off that topic, ma'am. Do not bring it there because you just see how she tried to get me.
Is it because I'm a woman?
Oh, you. Bro, can we take it to some more news, bro? We got One Piece news too.
Oh, we do have One Piece news. You want to break down the One Piece news?
I'll break down the One Piece news, y'all. One Piece is ending. It's over.
They found the One Piece. It was the friends we made along the way.
Marlon, don't kill us. But they are taking a hiatus. Honestly, I prefer animes taking hiatuses. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to always filler arc our way, with fake episodes until we catch up. Whoever thought of that idea sucks. Let them take a break. Let them get they eggs in a row. But
it'll be worth it.
My whole thing is, I mean, if you're a One Piece fan anyway, we're eating regardless.
Yeah.
If you like the live action is coming out. If you don't like the live action is coming out.
It's coming out regardless.
It's coming out regardless. They're eating with their fan casting.
Yeah, they are.
In my opinion, I mean, not fan casting because it's actually a thing, but they're eating with their casting.
Yeah.
There's been some outrage with that. Vivi not being white.
But she's from Alabasta,
which is based off a Middle Eastern country.
So, I mean,
her dad is literally brown skin, but Whatever. Go ahead.
Boo-hoo, cry me a
yeah.
river. That's the only thing I would never, ever, ever in a million years is relate to white people when they be like, you're erasing us. Yeah, we should.
And
we should.
And I think that's where the disconnect comes at, where they're like, why they're so mad about the Green Lantern?
Who cares?
God,
Y'all had a 400-year head start.
Come on. I'm like, I don't be what to like say it, but I gotta like, you gotta say it. What do we not get about it? We've been we've been misrepresented for years.
100%.
And then they try to like think about like American media, Lion King. They tried to erase black people from existence. Yeah, we got this movie in Africa. We ain't gonna see no Africans, just animals.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
The Lion King is about animals, though.
You said what?
The Lion King is about animals, though.
Is it really, though? To be honest, you could take that story and, I mean, it's Hamlet rewritten. You could put human characters in there. You could have made them African kings and queens. You could have done that. I think it's.
Are we talking about the animated one?
Lion King?
Yeah.
Huh?
You're talking about Lion King.
Yes, I'm talking about
I've
Lion
never heard
King.
an outrage over Lion King before.
I mean, the Lion King, Tarzan. Every movie, Disney
Tarzan,
movie
I can understand,
based
but
in
Lion King is
Africa.
like Lion King has no humans in it.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because it's based in Africa.
But it's called The Lion King.
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, but you could take that story and put it in. What do we not get it? I'm just saying the one. Okay, so maybe I'm tripping here. I apologize, but I think that it is crazy that the one movie that is in Africa doesn't have no Africans in a Disney movie. Like every other movie that is based in, they had Mulan, they had, I mean, Aladdin.
I guess I can see what you're saying.
I just think the one movie where there could have been black people, African people that we don't have
as the characters.
I just think I mean, I could be.
I guess I can see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
It up, and then the one that has the most black voice cast, and they're not black. The main symbol, the kid symbol was black. Mufasa was black. I'm mistaken, Nala was black. But whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Even growing up, we thought that those were at least I don't know. Maybe I always thought that those were like in a sense black characters. But
The Lion King,
kind of.
I've never thought about it.
Scar's that uncle at the cookout that always come with the issues.
I've literally never thought about it in this way. Like ever.
I've
never thought about The Lion King in this way.
It's the Mole House.
I've literally never thought about Lion King in this way.
HBCU, my fault.
Do I need to open my eyes, brother?
You gotta open your eyes. Programming, sister. See, because they done programmed you to isolate the fact that they were African brothers and sisters.
Oh wow.
I
have heard though. When it came to
Tarzan, I'm sorry, wait, a white man with locks.
Yeah, then that's
raised
Tarzan
by gorillas.
But I'm not gonna lie, they couldn't put a black person there because I think that would have been worse. I think that would have been worse. Low key, I think that would have been worse. Because they would have been like, black people are raised by monkeys. I think Tarzan had to be white for us.
And he fell in love with a white woman.
Tarzan had to be right. He had to be white for us. I don't think Tarzan could have been black. He lived in the jungle and was raised by monkeys.
Oh my God, that would have been horrible.
No, bro.
Okay, I give you that.
He had to be black for us.
He had to be black for us. I give you that. They was like, yeah, we can't go that far.
Cannot go that far. I will say, the controversy I've heard with a certain Disney movie, Princess and the Frog. The only black princess, and she was a frog for a majority of the movie. I actually feel that because it's like, bro, like I get it. Mm-hmm. I get it. It was a cute movie. Loved the music.
It was good,
but she was a frog for most of the movie.
Most of the movie, and that's what I mean. Basically, we'll never misrepresentation not being represented, and now we finally get it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and so.
It's unfortunately when it comes to communities like of color, especially the black community, we are handed things that are never what we wanted, but it's always like, close enough. Right. And that's just kind of like been our reality for a long time. Right. I will say now, I think we are getting closer and closer to, I really don't believe there's an end goal here. I mean, not even like, I'm sure we have an end goal, but there will always be something that's not always going to be quite right because we're never going to agree with everything that people do. Yeah. I mean, we could just start there. Yeah. But I think we're at a place now where we are the most represented we've ever been, right. Obviously. And I think, obviously, going back to the Green Lantern point, we've been wanting this for a long time. And it is unfortunate he isn't dark skinned. Yep. But it is very freaking cool that he looks just like Jon Stewart.
Very cool.
And that's why I'm torn.
Like it. And I will also say too, I will also say I've had another conversation with one of my friends who is Asian, and they were talking about their misrepresentation too. Yeah. And I was like, shoot, now that I think about it, when they talk about these One Piece castings, y'all should be the most upset, or like any anime casting when white people are like outraged, because it's like they were never white to begin with.
They're literally Japanese.
Why are white people so upset?
Most animes are set in Japan.
Hate to break it to you if you didn't know.
They're not white. They're not black. Like they're unless you're tourist or like this character moved here, or like they have like a parent who's an immigrant, whatever the case may be, like it would have to be specified, right? But most of these kids running around with powers, shooting webs from their butt and stuff like that in these animes are Japanese. And I will say the only anime live action that I've seen personally that did it was Yu Yu Hakusho.
I mean, One Piece to be technically is doing it.
One Piece, yes,
those characters were never.
It's a worldly show. It's a worldly show.
Literally had different races for everyone. Everybody was from.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
So
like Usopp had to be black. Sorry, what is the problem?
Like, why were people were upset at that? I'm like, this is crazy.
What about Usopp made y'all think? Do you see the nose he gave that nigga?
I ain't gonna cap Oda. You know you was wrong for that. But even though technically he was trying to represent Pinocchio, but
why do he have to be black with a big nose?
Oda. They're gonna be like, oh my god, get him off of YouTube.
Somebody already tagged Oda in our Instagram. I'm terrified.
Oda, if you watching, bro, I love everything you do, big bro. But other One Piece news too. That I don't know. They're doing like not a remaster, because that's gaming. Get gaming out of your head, dude. But like a remaster of a few seasons, a few arcs that were kind of like lost to filler. I think they're starting with the Fishman Island arc. Okay. And then that will, then move to the other ones. The one that I really need to remake, Dressrosa. The filler in that killed that arc for me.
Yep. People say all the time Dressrosa was the best and worst arc in One Piece.
Best and worst arc. It's one of my it is one of my favorite arcs, but it can't be my favorite because of that.
So much filler.
So I know,
and we started to see it kind of happen with Egghead, and I think they were like, wait, we can't go down this road. Let's chill.
So that's why I respect that they're taking a break. It's resuming in April. So it's not that big of a break.
A lot of good stuff coming out in the spring. Kaiju number 8 season 2 is coming out in the spring too.
Oh my god. Anime fans, we eating. We was in a little drought for a second. I was on Crunchyroll like, golly. But we got some stuff. I think we starting really strong with Dan. I'm gonna keep doing that. Good with that. Kaiju number 8 season 1 was perfect.
It was so good.
I can't wait for season 2.
Woo, it was so good. Boy, it was so good.
I think that's it. I think that's all I got.
Solo Leveling is coming out.
We still haven't watched the season.
Still have not watched it.
It took a little minute to kind of get me.
Yeah.
It took a little minute.
There's a lot of good stuff coming out. Mm-hmm. Y'all just got to stay tuned, man. We're going to stay tuned, too. I mean, we're going to get this Twitch up and jumping finally. I mean, I'm going to try to see. We got to try to see how we going to do some watch parties or something without getting banned.
Facts. Which, I mean, I feel like people do watch parties all the time. So we should.
We might have to do it like through a Discord or something. Maybe not Twitch.
Okay.
I see Twitch be kind of breaking down on the copyrighted content now.
Oh, they break it down on it now. Oh, okay.
We have to see what we can get away with.
We can go to Kick.
Oh my God. No. That's where pedophiles live.
Facts!
Absolutely not. We will not be associated with them. All right, y'all. That's been the Big Mix.
That's the Big Mix.
It's been a pleasure chatting about all the nerdy stuff. We have a new slogan now. Drink up and geek out.
Drink up and geek out.
I think that's very cute.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll see y'all on the next episode. Deuces.